Hello and all, this is game 3 out of 3 here from between MVP and MC here. Spawning on the lower left hand corner of Tal'Darim Altar is our red Protoss, of course MC, and his opponent here spawning on the upper left hand corner of Tal'Darim Altar is the blue Terran player MVP. So last game was pretty interesting, to say the least. It was very back and forth. This one was definitely interesting. Not really interesting, more it was like it was intense. It was very intense. It was very back and forth. MC just putting on pressure with so many zealots and stalkers and sentries. But MVP actually holding really well. And then MVP taking the fight to MC, and it's just so back and forth, and I love it. And here on Tal'Darim Altar, we're probably going to have a very, very long game, like they almost all are on Tal'Darim Altar. Oh, that's not true, but Tal'Darim Altar is one of the biggest maps in the map pool, and it's just huge, and I love it. It's so fun to macro on it. And as to what we are going to have coming from MVP or MC is going to be very difficult to see. I wouldn't be surprised to see a one-gate expo here come from MC, and a one-rax expo here coming from MVP. I would not be surprised to see that at all. Some sort of really long macro game. So yeah, there's not much to say. Probes all like, sup brus? I'm a probe your. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna finish that sentence. I was about to say, yeah, I'm not gonna even finish it. But it's probe and SCV, space construction vehicle, driven by a redneck who has a mullet and a very trashy mustache, along with a cigarette and a six-pack. So that's always interesting. Oh, also he has a cigarette in his ear, for those who didn't notice. Cybercore now coming up for MC. That's pretty self-explanatory as to why that's coming up, because I hear stalkers and sentries are pretty good as well as warp tech. That'd actually be really funny to see if someone did like a 6-racks, but just made a bunch of gateways. It's kind of like a 2-gate actually, but you know, more units. So we get it's exactly how I'm talking right now. Anyway, as we can see here, a 1-rax expo is coming up from MVP. Called it. As to what we see from MC, still to be determined. He's not banking his minerals at all. It looks like he is just going to want to get ideal probe saturation and then just go straight to an expansion. That was hilarious. The Zell and the SCV is just kind of like, oh, where you going? Where you going? Come here, you. Oh, I got you. I don't know if that was the stalker though. The Zell did get it. Bunker now coming up for MVP, and again this double expansion play coming out from MVP is very fun to watch. I mean, just so macro oriented. I love them macro games. Yeah. I don't know where I was going to go into that. But yeah, the expo is now finished. Of course, this is probably going to be used as a macro expansion or a macro command center like he did in the last game. Marines just trying to take out that stalker. Didn't see the Zelt. I'm like, oh no, the Zelt is gone. Yes. Looks like this probe is getting ready to put down a pylon somewhere. Just get ready for that harassment. There we go. The expansion now coming up for MC. If we look at the minerals, it's kind of interesting to do this, because when you go for such an early expansion like MVP did, you do cut workers to do that. So in the long run, it's very economically safe, but it's more economically safe in the long run as opposed to being more economical, right up front. But as you see, because he's Terran and he has mules, they kind of equal that out. Stalker's still trying to get an idea of what's going on here, just trying to provoke an attack, try to get the Marines out, see if he can just sneak something by. This Stalker, not really sure what he's doing, but he did find an SCV and killed it. Tech Lab now finished, as well as 2 more barracks for MVP. And Marauder's now in production. Sentry's in production as well. There's the transfer. La da 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 ya. I don't know why I'm like, I'm kind of dizzy right now. Is that a good thing? I'm just like sitting here like whoa, I have no idea what's going on. But I'm also like talking really fast at the same time. I attribute it to my talking fast. 2 probes in production at the same time. If we check this out, still a probe. There's always been a constant probe lead for MC. It looks like he's about to catch. And you know, with mules constantly in production, 3 more gates are coming out. I'm gonna wonder, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 gates. Yeah, possibly some sort of 6 gate blink. I would not be surprised to see. It's very effective. A lot of sentries actually, so maybe not blink. Here comes a lot of Marines. 11 Marines now coming out for MVP, and I don't know if they're just trying to attain scouting information or not. It looks like they are, because it takes, you know, 11 Marines to take a single watchtower. Man, I'm sorry, I'm not casting really well at all, am I? So the last 2 games were just too intense. Caused me such great pleasure in StarCraft. Factory coming out, this means that there's going to be a starport. You almost never see any sort of meching unit against Protoss unless it's a 1-1-1 build. And as you can see, it is almost 9 minutes, so we are well past the 1-1-1 phase of the game. I'm kind of curious as to when MVP is going to take his third, though. I mean, he could just really take such a great economic lead if he did that right now. Here we see a lot of sentries coming out with stalkers, with a single stalker. I meant to say zealots. This poor Marine. He never stood a chance. He never stood a chance against the particle shelters. And then his body dissolved. Body dissolved. Now here we got the forward pylon coming up from MC. MC is getting ready to attack. It is 92 to 81 supply. He is also supply blocked though, so he should get more pylons down. Here comes the engagement. The SCVs are ready to repair, but they're not repairing. There is the force fields. They're not really doing much. Now it's doing a lot. The first bunker goes down. The second bunker goes down. He needs to take out that third. Unfortunately, he can't. Too much was focused, and now MC is going to be forced to retreat. Not factory, but an armory and a starport are on the way. Starport is just about to finish. If he can get a medevac out, MVP can have such great benefits. And the SCVs, they cannot reach the bunker. Nice. He drops the depot to get the probes in. Great force fields coming out from MC. He's preventing any sort of attack while he's just slowly chipping away at MVP's defenses. That force field is actually right on top of that bunker, as you can see. Now it's gone, canceled. And it looks like this might be the end of MVP. MC might be smelling the blood in the water. He is going to go. Great force field right there. Bunker working against MVP, taking out a good amount of army. Those SCVs are trying to do great repair, but unfortunately there are just pylons everywhere. And that bunker, actually, when did that bunker get up? This bunker stands not a chance. There are just so many sentries. This is such great play from MC, such great gateway heavy play. Zealot's now getting all up in the Marauder's face. Lifts the command center, so there's some more breathing room. Unfortunately, the breathing room is soon turned into death room for all the Terran units. There goes down the final bunker. And I see no way that MVP can come out of this. I'm not going to call it yet, though, because it is MVP we are talking about here. He's just going to try and regroup all his forces. He still has this orbital command, so he has plenty of mules. He's just going to try and get a medevac count up, and so his units last a lot longer. But you know, I do have a hard time believing that MVP can come back from this. Another forward pylon, better reinforcements. It is 86 to 51 supply. That's over 30 supply lead. SCVs are pulled. That is not a good sign. The Zealots are just having a heyday on those SCVs. All of them are gone. Nothing but stalkers and sentries. Now look at that Kamehameha it looked like. And yeah, almost all the army is going to be now eaten up by MVP. It is 24-74. There is no way that MVP can come back from this. I'm surprised he still is in the game. He sees it. He sees how he can come back. Oh, GG. Guess he didn't see how he's going to come back. There it is, GG. Anyway, MC takes the series 2-1. Hope you guys enjoyed this game as much as I enjoyed casting. This was really fun. Sorry about all my speech impediments. I don't really have a speech impediment, but it kind of seems like I do at that point. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please subscribe to my channel. It helps me out, makes me keep going because I love you guys. And when you guys subscribe, I'm just like, there is a reason. I also love casting too, so that's why I do it. Anyway, my name is Nerdcraft. That's it. I'm out.